stadium buzzing. Kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Bailey. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, making something happen.
On third down, going up top. He's got him. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun to give, looking for room. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Gets it to him on the screen. Plows through the defense. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
At the 20. First down for the offense.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. And the D deny them on second and goal. Go straight ahead. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start this drive going to the air. Flips it out on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking for room. It's Tyson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's reeled in. It's Williamson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He's going to take off. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. On the run, it's Strickland. Fights off a defender. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. And you want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
After that last completion, it's second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Working that left side now. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Running to the left. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Harvey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity second down play from the 12. Snagged in the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Lost one deep down the right side. And he can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They booted away on fourth down. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Fires to the big fella. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Pocket breaking down. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Williamson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. There's the pressure. That's caught, it's Poe. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll run it from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends
looks it into his hands and then waltzes it into the end zone. Touchdown. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gonna take a shot. Makes a grab for a big play. He's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Snatched it right out of the air and waltzed his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff from the shotgun. Pass escapes and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gonna let it fly. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the move, it's Poe. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's English. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
With the catch, it's Williamson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Still running at the 35. Turning on the Jets. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. A first down run in the red zone. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Marches ahead. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Trying to power it in. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And here's the deal. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. Firing to the right, complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To the ground with the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And the quarterback takes a knee.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.